Okay, so when you open up your classroom eventually here in just a few minutes, you're going to see an announcement on there. The new announcement is going to be Pixlr Editor, and you're going to see this little link. And for some of you, when you click on it, you're going to get this little guy here, and it says you need to do a Flash, upload a Flash. If you have to upload Flash, read the thing, you'll click Allow, Upload, then you have to reload, and then eventually it'll get to the page where you need to be. But what Pixlr Editor is, you guys, is a program that's very similar to Photoshop. So if I upload this, you'll see we're going to get a main page like this, okay? And Pixlr Editor allows you to alter and change images and really to draw right on it, which is what we're going to be doing today within the program. So in your notes, I want you to write Pixlr Editor, just the way it is so you don't forget. P-I-X-L-R Editor. Go ahead and write that down so you know what we're dealing with. And then underneath that, I want you to put, for today, I want you to click on where it says Create a New Image. Okay, we have open an image from your computer, from a URL, from the library, but you want to be up here where it says Create a New Image. When you click on that, it's going to say, okay, well, what type of image do you want? For right now, we're going to click on the one that is 800 by 600. So write that in your notes so you don't forget that either. 800 by 600. And that's where it shows it there, the presets, as 800 by 600. And then we're just going to click OK. When I click OK, we're going to get a white page. This is just a blank page. If you don't have a white page, you can't do anything in Pixlr Editor. So you have to make sure you have this white page. Now, the way this screen, this program is laid out, on this screen, on the left side are all your tools. These are all the different tools for Pixlr Editor. On the right side over here, you're going to have a navigator. This allows you to zoom in and zoom out on your image that you want here. The next one down is layers. Layers is, as you start to copy and paste things, we'll create layers. We'll probably deal more with layers tomorrow, but we'll do a little bit today. And then history is going to show you the history of all your steps that you've done in case you want to go back and change history a little bit. And so some of the basic tools that we're going to use today are going to be your paintbrush. So if we click on our brush, what you'll notice is this row up here changes from tool to tool. So if I click on this tool, it says it has no additional options, but the brush is going to give us some options like this, okay? Now, when I go to my brush, I'm going to click on, right next to the brush where it says 50, this is our brush option. So I'm going to pick, like, let's say a size 70 solid brush. And I'm going to click right here. That's one little dot of it. And then I'm going to click and hold this across. Okay? Now if I click here and I go, let's try 150 of this one. See, about the same size. It's going to fan out to get lighter on the edges, kind of like a spray can. And then I'm going to click and drag that across, like so. If I click on this one, I get a square, and then I draw with that. This one, I could choose a shape, and you'll get a shape, and you'll draw with the shape. Those are some of the different, obviously different brushes that you can choose. Now in your notes, the important thing to do is to be able to change your color. So in your notes, I want you to write how to change your color. Okay? So to change your color, you're going to come clear down here in the bottom where that rectangle is. Okay? and you're going to click once on the rectangle. And that's going to give you the options for all the different color. And here's how you do it. In the outside circle, you choose the color family that you want. So let's say I want a blue. And then in the inside, it's going to be how light or how dark you want that blue to be. So I want it to be a nice pure blue, so then I'm going to click OK. Now that means when I brush here, I'm going to get that pure blue, just like so. Okay? Now if I go back to a normal brush here again, let's say this size 70 again, and if I were to just take this blue and come down, you're going to see it covers up everything. Okay? It's hiding all the black lines that were underneath of it. Now to change that, I can go up here to where it says opacity, and I can change this to, let's say, 53. And then I click here, and then I go across, and you can see all the colors underneath of it. So as you change the opacity, it changes the strength or the intensity of that color. I can also use, I can change the tool here, and I can also use a bucket here to throw in color. I could change that bucket to maybe a color like this. But a bucket is a quick way to change a color. Alright? Now, another tool that I'm going to show you today is a lasso tool. And what a lasso tool does is it allows you to grab whatever you want. So let's say if I came over here and grabbed this, and that's called marching ants. Okay, now this is your lasso tool. You might want to write it down, L-A-S-S-O tool. Now, the next thing you're going to do is you're going to go Edit, Copy. So I'm going to make a copy of this thing. And now I'm going to go Edit, Paste. That was Edit, Copy, Edit, Paste to get a new one. Now I click on the Move tool. You might want to write that one down too. Your Move tool allows you to grab this new layer and move it around wherever we want. If we look here, now over here in layers, I have a background layer, and then I have this weird shaped layer. Now if I want to change the size of this, this is something important. So when your notes that right, change the size. You are going to go up here to Edit and go to Free Transform. Free Transform will allow you to change the size. Smaller, bigger, turn it around, flip it upside down, whatever you want to do. Okay, put it wherever you like. Now, I can run a filter on this shape, and so that's a filter. So filters are all different things you can do to certain shapes. So it's going to ask if I want them, I'm going to say yes. Now, as long as I'm on my strange shaped layer, I can go up to filter and it'll run a filter on just that shape. So let's say if I go heat map. Heat map is going to change the color like that. I can cancel that and do a different filter, like let's say night vision. Night vision is going to be like that. There's all sorts of different filters you can run through, but let's go back to heat map. And then click OK. Now, I'm going to go to the background, and I'm going to run another filter on the background called kaleidoscope. So that's going to make a kaleidoscope like that. I'm going to click OK. I might run that filter again on the background. Kaleidoscope. Click OK. I might run that filter again on the background. Kaleidoscope. Okay, so today you're just going to get familiar with some of the basic tools. You're going to get familiar with the brush. You're going to get familiar with the bucket. You're going to get familiar with the lasso tool, the move tool, some of the filters, and then copying, pasting an image, changing the size or the shape, changing the size of that shape, and then also a little bit into layers. Okay?